Imagine waking up to find your dog convulsing in the backyard. Foam pouring from its mouth, glazed eyes, desperate whimpering. You have 15 minutes to save its life. This isn't fiction. This is happening right now in thousands of homes across Florida. And the culprit? A creature that's silently invading backyards, pools, inside homes, killing everything it encounters. Today I'm going to reveal what experts are calling the most toxic invasion in Florida's history. Worse than pythons. More lethal than any plague we've ever faced. And if you live in Florida, you need to know this now. March 2019. A resident of a Southwest Florida community filmed something that would change everything. Look at this footage. See the water moving? That's not the wind. Those are hundreds of thousands of toxic creatures. The guy said he'd never seen anything like it in decades of living near lakes. The shoreline literally moving with venomous life. Social media exploded. Post after post from desperate pet owners. My dog died in 15 minutes. My cat can't stop convulsing. I found 3 in my backyard last night. Veterinarians report daily cases. Animals arriving with identical symptoms. Excessive drooling, disorientation, brick red gums, seizures. And all with the same cause, contact with a deadly toxin. The substance that's killing is called bufotoxin, one of the most powerful animal toxins on the planet. It's thick, sticky, and when it contacts an animal's mouth, it's almost a death sentence. In Australia, the same toxin killed 77% of freshwater crocodiles when it arrived. 77%. Imagine the destructive power of this substance. And it's not just lethal to animals. It burns human skin, irritates eyes, causes rashes that last for days. One person reported a skin eruption that lasted 48 hours just from accidentally touching one. The emergency protocol is desperate. Rinse the animal's mouth for 10 minutes straight. Remove all toxin with a wet cloth. Rush to the vet. Even then, many don't survive. Here's what will shock you. While a Florida python lays up to 100 eggs at a time, these creatures can lay up to 30,000 eggs in a single night. 30,000. And they can do this twice a year. Do the math. One female can generate 60,000 offspring annually. The eggs hatch in 2 days. In 2 weeks to 2 months, they're toxic adults. But here's the worst part. They're toxic at all stages of life. Eggs, tadpoles, juveniles, adults. Even when dead, they remain poisonous. It's a toxic bomb with legs. A single community captured 20,000 adults in 1 year. 20,000. And removed 8.5 million tadpoles. 8.5 million from just one community. If you're finding this information valuable and want to stay informed about invasive species threats in Florida, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. Trust me, what I'm about to reveal will shock you even more. It's time for you to meet the invader, the cane toad. Also called the giant toad, marine toad, or by its scientific name, Rhinella marina. This isn't a common toad. It's a giant. While native Florida toads are 1 to 2 inches long, these monsters reach up to 9 inches. The world record, 15 inches and 5 pounds 13 ounces. That's almost the size of a small cat. These are the venom glands. Triangular, swollen, behind the eyes. When they feel threatened, they secrete this deadly milky substance. It's their defense system. And our curse. They prefer human-modified habitats. Your backyards, golf courses, around pools. Some even come inside houses looking for pet food. The story begins in the 1930s. Farmers brought these toads to control beetles in sugar cane fields. It seemed like a brilliant idea. Natural biological control. But the first population died out. Then, in the 1950s, a pet importer released about 100 cane toads at Miami airport. Maybe an accident, maybe on purpose. Nobody knows. Those 100 toads changed everything. They spread through Central and South Florida. Today, they're established in practically everything south of the I-4 corridor. Cruel irony, they were brought to solve an agricultural problem. Now they're considered one of the 100 worst invasive species in the world by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Cane toads are nocturnal hunters. When darkness falls, they emerge from their hiding spots and turn Florida into a toxic battlefield. They eat everything: insects, small birds, other toads, frogs, lizards, small mammals, snakes. Even human garbage, food scraps, pet food. One volunteer found thousands in a single night on golf courses. Imagine thousands of toxic bombs with legs walking through your neighborhood every night. They reproduce year-round in Florida. After heavy rains, it's a mating festival. Egg strings stretch for yards in the water. Each string, thousands of future invaders. The numbers are frightening. Veterinarians report weekly cases of poisoning. Dogs, cats, even horses. The toxin is so potent that it can kill in 15 minutes. But it's not just pets. Native birds, snakes, lizards, fish. Any animal that tries to eat a cane toad can die. It's a silent genocide of native wildlife. In lakes where they establish themselves, diversity plummets. They compete with native species for food and territory. And they also poison the water with their toxic eggs. Entire communities organize to combat the invasion. Armed with gloves, buckets, working night after night. It's a war that never ends. Now you must be wondering, if they're so destructive, why hasn't Florida become a disaster like Australia? In Australia, cane toads are the apocalypse. They killed 77% of freshwater crocodiles. Devastated native fauna. They're spreading across the entire continent. The difference? In South America, the cane toad's homeland, there are natural predators. Snakes, lizards, birds that evolved alongside them. They know how to hunt them without dying. Australia didn't have those defenses. When the toads arrived, it was like aliens invading a defenseless planet. Australian animals didn't know they were poisonous. Florida has advantages that Australia didn't have. First, diversity. Our ecosystems are more complex, with native amphibians and reptiles that are more adaptable. Second, some Florida species had previous experience with similar toxins. It's not that they're immune, but they're less vulnerable than Australian animals. Third, cane toads in Florida prefer human-modified habitats. They stay in urban areas, golf courses, backyards. This limits their impact on pristine natural ecosystems. Fourth, rapid response. Communities, government, scientists reacted quickly. In Australia, when they realized the problem, it was too late. But don't be fooled. The war isn't over. Even with control, a single community removed 20,000 adults and 8.5 million tadpoles in 2 years. And that's just one community. The risk is real. If we let our guard down, if we stop control efforts, if we ignore the problem, Florida could become the next Australia. If you live in Florida, you need to know how to identify these invaders. Keep pets on leashes at night. Remove pet food from yards. If you find one, gloves, capture, freezing. But be careful. Don't confuse them with native toads. Besides being larger, as we already mentioned, cane toads have specific characteristics that distinguish them from native species. The silent invasion continues. Every night, thousands of toxic bombs with legs walk through our neighborhoods. The question isn't if they'll reach your backyard. It's when. If this video alerted you, share it with other Florida residents. Together, we can keep these deadly invaders under control. And if you made it this far, you're clearly someone who cares about protecting Florida's wildlife and families. Make sure to check out the recommended video on your screen for more crucial information about invasive species threats.